Lead Barbershop, that's Hughes Barbershop at 1877 Drew Street, right next door to Skycrest Market. At Hughes Barbershop, they have 3 professionally trained men's hairstylists to make your troublesome hair fall right into place every time. Just need a trim around the ears. The barbers at Hughes can do that for you, too. And if you hate waiting for an open chair, why not call 442-0711 for an appointment? Or you can take a while to relax in the waiting area of this completely remodeled barbershop. Whether you desire a professional styling or a quick trim, give your hair a break by stopping in at Hughes Barbershop, 1877 Drew Street in Clearwater, right next door to the Skycrest Market. Plenty of free parking right in front of the store.
Oh, we're very happy for Mr. Williams, the assistant principal of Clearwater High School, because now he can get a chance to root for his son's team. His son plays for Dunedin, although he's not in the ball game right now. Dunedin will have the basketball. They've got a 1-point lead with 2:03 remaining. In the first quarter, it's 6-3. Yes, it's a controlled-type game. Very low scoring. Harris to Gorlich. To Harris on the right side to Hayes of the Falcons. Hayes trying to come around a man, shoots over John Campbell. Good. Hayes is 4 points now. His team is 8. 8-5. Dunedin in a full-court press. Here's Gorlich very close on Anderson. Anderson whips it up over the mid-stripe, and Hayes knocks it away, picked up by Harris. Harris driving layup is good. So it's a 10-5 ball game now. Largo slips 5 behind. And a moment ago, they were only 4 behind. And we got another foul on Harris. That's his second. Harris was holding. And consequently, Largo will get the basketball. John Campbell looks to inbound to Greg Anderson. Gets it to him. Anderson over the timeline. Looks for some help. Gives to John Campbell. As Dunedin's gone into a man-to-man now. For the basketball on the outside is Terry Wheaton. Gives to Paul Campbell. Hayes is guarding Campbell. Campbell can't get by him. Comes to the top of the circle to Greg Creemans. Hands there to John Campbell. Now to Paul Campbell. I understand they're not brothers. No relation. Paul trying to drive on a man. Can't. Gets it to John Campbell. Now to Creemans. Creemans trying to go by Hayes. He got fouled. Hayes draws, I believe, his second personal. It is. Holmes has the other. Okay, Hayes has his first then. But they'll be shooting in the 1-on-1. And it's 10-5. Creemans will shoot the foul. If he makes it, he gets the bonus. 2 officials from Orlando tonight. Referee John Kelly and Billy Brewer. Creemans makes it. That's his second point of the night. And Largo now has 6. So you can say he's got a third of the points scored for his home team. 2 out of 3 from the foul line. Here's Doug again. This one is going to be around the rim and drop through. So it's 10-7 with 59 seconds remaining. Here's 5 of the 7, right. Yes, he had the field goal. He and Campbell each had a field goal. Okay, on the outside, shooting is Hayes. Off the rim, no good. Scramble for the rebound. And John Campbell positions himself nicely and picks it up. Gives off to Greg Anderson with 39 seconds to go. Dunedin will drop back into a zone. And Largo will hope, of course, for the final shot. 30 seconds. Doug Creemans with the basketball. Doug is 6'4". He's a big kid. Greg, that is 6'4", and a junior. He looks bigger than 6'4". Campbell to Paul Campbell to Greg Anderson on the outside to Terry Wheaton with 14 seconds now. Largo needs this last basket. They'd only be a point behind, and that ain't bad against the tough Dunedin club. 6 seconds. Terry Wheaton to the corner, shooting John Campbell. Off the rim, no good. Anderson tried to tap it up, no good. And that's the end of the quarter. So they had a couple of shots at it, but they waited just a wee bit too long. The end of the first quarter, it's 10-7 in favor of Dunedin. Jerry?
You know, Clark's Golf Service is just what the name implies, a service center for automobiles. They're located at the corner of Drew Street at Hercules, and you'll get more service, friendly service each time that you drive in. Good golf products, including tires and accessories, a capable mechanic on duty at all times. And you get S&H green stamps, too, with each purchase. Clark's Golf Service, an official AAA service station, gives road service in the Clearwater area. Next time, take your car where you get real service. Clark's Golf Service, Drew Street at Hercules in Clearwater. Well, another 8 minutes of basketball left here in the first half of the ball game. Just about time for another jump ball, right?
All righty. And it seems funny to be on the air so early, Jerry. 6:15, and we'll be right straight on through the next ball game, too, as Northeast beats Seminole. And all that will be brought to you thanks to the folks at Security Federal And that's, of course, a branch in Seminole and Mather Hallmark Furniture. Security Federal also located in St. Pete, the home office. Here's the tip, and it comes way outside. Terry Wheaton has it for Largo. Largo with the basketball, trails by 3, 10-7. And Bill Schroeder said they hope they make a respectable showing. They just want to be able to stay in the ball game. The boys have not had a good year. They're 4-19. Dunedin is 12-10, 9-9 in conference play. With the basketball is Terry Wheaton. Bill was very disappointed. His club was bombed down in Manatee last Saturday night by Manatee High. Manatee had a 49-point lead before they made a substitute. Nice people. With the basketball on the outside, Manatee was a little upset by being beat here in Clearwater the other night. I got a thing about Manatee. I don't know what it is. Okay, we got a timeout. Largo with a score of 10-7, 7:16 remaining in the first half. We'll be back in just a moment.
Ranchwood Estates, the ultimate in Florida living, located just east of Dunedin on State Road 580. Ranchwood Estates is only minutes away from shopping, schools, and all the conveniences that you desire. There are many lots to choose from, and we invite you to drive out to Ranchwood Estates and discover the beauty of the area. Beautiful oaks on each lot, sidewalks, sewer hookups, and so much, much more. And best of all, homes by Florida Custom Homes, people who have built over 1,000 homes in this area. Lovely homes, elegant yet designed for today's active family and built to last a lifetime. For more information, contact Simmons Realty at 1046 Main Street in Dunedin, phone 734-5491. Ranchwood Estates on State Road 580, just east of Dunedin. Florida living like it should be.
Say hello to the folks over there at Simmons Real Estate for us. They're very good friends with Bob Clark at the radio station. Say hi to Bruce and his dad, Weldon, Simmons family. Okay, Largo had called the timeout. They've got the basketball. John Campbell, Greg Anderson, Terry Wheaton, Greg Creemans, and Paul Campbell are the 5 going right now for Largo. They are not the 5 who started. Chris started, but came out with the basketball. On the outside is Anderson, giving to Wheaton. They're really hanging on to it outside. This takes an awful lot of patience for both clubs in this kind of a ball game, and that's the way it's going to have to be because Largo doesn't have the horses to run with Dunedin. They know it. They don't have any real big jumpers. Their team is as big, but they don't have the jumpers that Dunedin has. So they got to hope for the one good shot each time. And so far, it's paid off. They're only 3 behind, 10-7, and Dunedin is, without a doubt, a tougher club, record-wise and overall basketball ability-wise. And Bill Schroeder is aware of this. His Largo boys are aware of it, and they want to make a good showing. So they're playing control basketball. And in this case, they certainly can't blame him. Wheaton to Paul Campbell. Paul is a good basketball player. In fact, they have some good basketball players. I'll tell you, it takes a very good basketball player to be able to play this brand of basketball. Just to keep that ball on the outside, keep it away from your opponent, and look for the good shot. Creemans is way outside, fakes a drive, and comes back out with it to Anderson. Creemans in a high post. They got a man moving John underneath, and he gets a bad pass from Paul Campbell, and Growitz breaks it up. Paul has made 3 bad passes tonight, 3 turnovers, giving the ball to Dunedin. But you can't fault him because he is their high-scoring man, too. And if you don't do something wrong, you're not doing anything. Growitz to Harris on the right side to Hayes. West and Holmes make up the other starting 5 for Dunedin. Okay, Growitz gets by his man, drives to the basket, layup good. Young sophomore looked good on that drive. Saw the opportunity and went for the basket. 12-7. Once again, a 5-point lead for Dunedin. That's the most they've been able to garner tonight against Largo. We'll be back in a moment.
So you're invited to see what's new for 1973 from RCA right now at the Simlo RCA Home Entertainment Center. 2 locations to serve you, one in Clearwater and one up in Fort Ritchie on US 19. Stereos, AM/FM radios, charts, cassettes, and the famous RCA TVs, black and white, and the famous XL color, anything from tiny portables to theater consoles. Now at the Al Simlo RCA Home Entertainment Center, you'll save even more right now as they have some real top value days going on. In fact, it's just about the end of the month for them out at Simlo's. They'd like to clean the floor again, so go on out. They'll give you a good price. Al refuses to be undersold, and he guarantees every sale and all the service in their huge service department there. Simlo RCA Center. Two locations, one at 2092 Gulf Bay Boulevard in Clearwater, the other up on US 19 in Port Richey.
Well, Ed Evans of the Vikings will be bringing his club in against Ray Burkhart's Seminole Warhawks. The next ball game, we'll be on the air with that here at WTAN. Hope to talk with both Ed and Ray before the start of the game, but I hope to talk with them actually before this game started, but neither one of them were here, so rather hard to talk with them when they weren't here. Try to catch them right after this game, though, if I can, if they're not too busy with their teams. And if either Ray Burkhart or Ed Evans are listening, come on up to the broadcast area during this ball game. We'd be glad to chat with you. They may be coming up in their cars right now. It's 12-7, almost halftime here. 4:47 remaining. Largo with the basketball. And Campbell shoots from the outside, off the rim, no good. Holmes has the position and the rebound. Gives off to Harris. Harris comes slowly up over the 10-second mark, over the mid-stripe. On the right side, gives to Jeff Hayes. Back to Harris. Now on the left side to the young sophomore. Gorlich again driving on Creemans. By him, layup. Two in a row. And Creemans may have to swap off with someone. Gorlich a little smaller, driving on him. It's 14-7 now, so Dunedin has doubled the output of the Largo club. For the basketball as Greg Anderson comes to Creemans, trying to drive from the lane, can't shoot. Outside it goes again to Paul Campbell. Creemans goes to the corner and gets a pass. Doug trying to drive on Holmes, can't. Gets it back outside to Paul Campbell. Paul holding the basketball. Gorlich staring him eyeball to eyeball as Dunedin's in a zone and Gorlich has drawn him on the left side. Comes to Wheaton at the top of the circle. Terry guarded closely by Harris. Gets it on the right side to Greg Anderson. Greg bounces the ball, looks into the low post to Creemans, doesn't pass. Gets it back, now shoots. Good! Greg Anderson for two. Makes it 14-9. So Dunedin's lead is down to 5. Most they had was that 7-point lead a moment ago. On the left with the basketball is Gorlich, driving on Creemans. And Largo's gone into a man-to-man now. Creemans still guarding on Gorlich, and this time he found it. Carried the ball, so Gorlich turns it over, and Largo will have it with a 14-9 lead for Dunedin. They're 5 down and need a 2-pointer here to stay in it. I don't mean really to stay in it, but to stay as close as they've been. Wheaton on the right side to Greg Anderson. Cross-court, Paul Campbell, little daylight, hesitated, now he shoots, in and out. Twice that ball's gone in and out. It went off the hands of Hayes, though, went out of bounds. Largo will get another try at it from underneath their own basket. John Campbell will put it into play. John looks for someone to break. He's got to get it out of there in 5 seconds. Now gets it to Creemans in the corner by a man. Greg drives, shoots, and misses. Hayes has the rebound. Hayes off to Harris. Harris with the basketball. Willie, 5'6", and a junior. On the left side to a sophomore, Jamie Gorlich. Now to the right to Jeff Hayes. Hayes, a 5'11" senior. Now back to Gorlich. Bounce pass into West. He's triple teamed. Throws a bad pass out of bounds, and Largo balled out. Did they close on West? He's only got, what, 2 points, Jerry, tonight? He has 4. But, man, have they closed on him on the inside. Cross-court it comes to Greg Anderson from John Campbell. Greg goes into the corner to John. John drives, shoots it short. Creemans with a rebound. Puts it up and in. 14-11. Well, it's close anyway, Jerry, with 2:18 remaining in the ball game. In the first half, of course. Jamie Gorlich with the basketball. Jamie, a 6-foot sophomore. Willie Harris out at the top of the circle to Jeff Hayes. Now to Willie Harris. And now inside, driving West, shooting. In and good. It spun around there for a moment. He's got 6 points now, 16-11. 5-point lead for the Falcons of Dunedin. Wheaton back and shoots off the rim. It goes to Creemans. Picks up the loose ball. Now to Anderson, driving and shooting. In and out. And Holmes has the rebound. Quickly off to Gorlich. They got a 2-on-1. Terry Wheaton in the middle. Gorlich drives, shoots, and misses. Wheaton did a nice job staying in the middle of them. And then Gorlich fouls Wheaton. That's his second. Terry will be going on the 1-on-1.
There has not been a personal foul called against